Hello everyone, my name is Navneet and welcome to my YouTube channel Data Playground. Today in this particular video, we'll be talking about the Python data structure. Data structure, as most of you would be already knowing, that is a way in which we can manage and organize our data in an efficient manner. So data structure in any language gives us a way in which we can store the data, we can manage the data, we can manipulate the data, and we can access the data in an efficient manner. So in particular, if I talk about Python has four types of data structure. They are called as list, tuple, dictionary and set. In this particular video, I'll be talking about the list and the tuple. So list is a data structure in which we can store heterogeneous values. Heterogeneous values means we can store any type of data types together in a list. And the lists are mutable. We can change the values of the lists. And whenever you have to define a list, you have to define it within the square brackets, like I have given here, square brackets, and the values will be residing separated by the commas. And if it is a string value, then you have to give single quotes for them. So here is one example how I have defined the list. The item is a list name in which the elements are milk, paneer and curd. So the last point here, how to access the elements of the list. So you have to just pass the index value of that corresponding element and the values will be pointed. Like to access the value milk, we have to give the item of 0 as milk. This particular, the first element will be the index of the first element will be 0, the index of the second element will be 1, and likewise we can access them using the elements. Okay, so second type of data structure in Python is called as tuple. So tuples also store heterogeneous values, but the only difference between tuple and the lists are the tuples are immutable. That means if we have set the values for a tuple, we cannot change the value. And to define a tuple, we have to give parentheses, and the values will be given inside the parentheses separated by a comma. If it is string value, then we have to give single quotes here and then give. Or we can also define a tuple by simply assigning the multiple values to a variable. I'll show you both of them in a practical way. Here I have defined the same items as a list. As you can see here, here I have used the parentheses, and inside the parentheses my elements are there. You can compare both of them. Here I have used the square brackets, and here I have used the parentheses. Whenever I do the square bracket, then it will be defined as a list, and whenever I am doing as a parenthesis or I am just assigning the value, then it will be defined as a tuple. Now we can access the elements of the tuple in the similar way as we have done for the lists. Like this milk element will be on the index 0, paneer will be on index 1 and curd will be on index 2. We have to just pass the index in that tuple, and then we will get the values. This also will be, I'll be showing in a practical way in my laptop. So let's come to my laptop. I'll show you the practical ways of defining a list, tuple, and few more functions or few more operations on them. So welcome everyone. So as I have already told, the data structure is a way to store and organize data efficiently, and the types of data structure also I have told. Now in this particular video we are talking about lists. So lists are the data structure which stores the heterogeneous data items, and it is mutable. So this is how we can create the lists. Like in the square brackets, you have to give the elements and separate by a comma. If it is a string value, then you have to enclose it with single quotes, and you can also pass a list. You can also pass a list within a list. So here the last element 95 and 96 is itself a list, and which we have passed in a list. So if I run this, you can see you have got a list with all the values. Now how to access the elements of the lists? As I have told that you can access the elements of the list by their indexes. So this Navneet will be on index 0, this will be on index 1, this will be on index 2 and this will be on index 3, and inside the index 3 this 95 will be on the index 0 of index 3 and this 96 will be on the index 1 of index 3. This is what I am trying to do here. I am trying to print all the elements by using their indexes. So once I run this, I'll be getting the values here, and if we pass -1 to the list, it will print the last element of that list. You can see it here, as I had one list as the last element, so that list is getting printed 95 and 96. You can see it here, 95 and 96 I have passed, so the same thing it is getting printed here. And here I am trying to change the value of a list. I'm trying to change the element with the index 3 with the values 85 and 86 that I have passed using a list here. So let me just write it. So as you can see, the values have changed here, 85 and 86. Here it was 95 and 96. Here it was 95 and 96, but I have changed it to 85 and 86. So in this way we can access the elements and then change the values of them. And here in this line I am trying to add one element to the list, and append is the method through which we can add the elements to that list. So if I run this, you will see that the element which I have passed here, it got added to this list. Now to remove any elements, we have a method called as pop. You have to pass the index of the element which you want to delete, and that element will be deleted. Once I run this, I should see the passed which is on the index 4 should get deleted. Yeah, you can see there is no pass here because I have deleted them. Yeah, now you can see I have defined a list with few values, and I want to sort it. So sort is the method which we can apply on list to sort the values. If I run this, you'll see that the elements are sorted, and by default it will be in ascending order. If you want to sort the elements in descending order, you have to pass reverse equals to true, which I have done here, and then you should see that the elements are sorted in the descending order. Yeah, so the next data structure which I talked about was the tuples. Tuples are same as of the lists, but they are immutable, and you can define the tuples using parentheses, or you can define the tuple by simply assigning the values to a variable, but the values should be multiple values. So the both way I have showed you how to define the tuple, and I'm going to run them. Yeah, you can see that the type of the tuple one which I have defined, it is showing as class tuple, and the values inside that tuple. And the same thing I can achieve without using the parentheses which I have shown here. And if I run this, you can see the same result as of the previous line. And to access the elements of the tuple, it is exactly the same way as we do it for lists. We have to pass the index of that element to access it. So if I run it, you can see the different elements are getting printed as per their index values. Now here what I am trying to do, I am trying to change the value of a element in the tuple. Now in this case I should get an error. Yeah, that is because the tuple is immutable. We cannot change the value in the tuple. Also, for tuples we can assign the values to different variables in this way. Like suppose we have 4 elements and then we want them to be defined, to be assigned in 4 different variables. We have to simply simply write the variables and we have to equate them with the tuple. So this should serve the purpose. As you can see that the individual variables are defined with the values in the tuple. Yeah, so friends, I have given you a practical overview of lists and lists and tuples in Python. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. So that's all in this video, and the next 2 data structures I'll be presenting you in the next video. Stay tuned for that. Thanks. Bye bye.